colour, a little bit of noise. We try not to make too much noise. We like to look after our neighbours. The smells, the sounds, the feels. It's just a smorgasbord for your senses. And you can honestly say that just about everybody at Prescott seems to have a smile on their face. So if there's one word that I would use to describe a Prescott race day, and that's smiles.
My name is Charles Trevelyan. I'm chairman of the Bugatti Owners Club. I'm also trustee of the Bugatti Trust, which is where I'm sitting today. Rather charming story. It started in 1929 when 3 Bugatti owning members had a little get-together in London at a hotel called Simpson's on the Strand. One of them was Colonel Giles and his brother, and a chap called Mr. Varley was the third person. And they had a meeting at Simpson in the Strand, and each of them owning Bugattis and being great Bugattiists, as we call them to the day, they decided that they would start the Bugatti Owners Club. And they formally started the Bugatti Owners Club in March of that year, having a nice evening at Simpson's in the Strand, smoking cigarettes and cigars with a nice glass of beer. And the first drawing in the first issue of the Bugatti magazine called Bugantics is of cigars and cigarettes in an ashtray, and the smoke coming up from the ashtray forms the words Bugatti Owners Club. And that's how it all began all those years back.
My name is Chris Rogers. I'm General Manager here at Prescott Hill Climb and also General Manager and Club Secretary of the Bugatti Owners Club. Well, the first 5 years, the club organised hill climbs and sprints, and then they went on and they sort of got an idea it would be nice to have their own place and their own venue to hold hill climbs and sprints. It took some years for them to find a suitable venue. So in 1938, the Prescott estate was bought from the Cotswold Dairy Company, and it was developed slowly into a hill climb. And the first international event here was in 1939. It was quite an auspicious event because Bugatti came across with a works car. So after the first international meeting, things progressed. In those days the track was still a cinder track, and it was decided that we would tarmac the track, and improvements large and small have gone on to this present day. So as the club has grown and gone on, we've built the clubhouse here, and we extended it just last year to have this lovely canopy on the entrance. And each year we try to improve the facilities for our members, and we've gone now from those few members that we had right in the beginning to 2,200 members, and of those members about 200 own Bugattis, so we're quite blessed by being able to have some fantastic machinery coming, both vintage and modern Bugattis, I might add.
When people come here, particularly the younger generation, they come here to see the Bugatti Veyron, the Bugatti Chiron, and latterly when it arrives the Bugatti Divo, and that is of appeal to the young. They like the style, the performance, everything about it, and the technical depth to which the cars are designed. But it is sad in many ways that people slightly ignore or are not aware of the fact that all this is built on the history and tradition of Bugatti, the family, the factory, the product, the name, all of which were so successful up to the time in the very early 1950s when the final Bugatti was made. And so, in answer to your question, I do feel very genuinely that many people are not aware of the history, the tradition, the success, and the name Bugatti in the pre-war years and immediately after.
Well, the club needs to go from strength to strength now. It's well established. It's probably the most modern and, or at least one of the most modern facilities in the country. And we like to think that with Shelsley Walsh we are the home of hill climbing, and that we lead the way in providing nice, comfortable, safe facilities for hill climbers to just enjoy themselves, really. But most of all, we want to encourage families to join us. In the past, motorsport has been a little bit male dominated. We're encouraging actively ladies to join the club and to participate not only in racing the cars, but also other aspects such as marshalling on the hill. The marshals are so important to us, and we have a lady chief paddock marshal now, and we're very proud that we're very forward in that respect. But the club needs to also recognise its heritage, and what we don't want to do is we don't want to take away the reason why people love Prescott in the first place. So we don't want to take away the lovely ambience, we don't want to take away the atmosphere that's here and turn it into just another venue. It has to remain the very reason why people came in the first place, and pass on that excitement that we all have to new members and even visitors that come through the gate to watch the racing.
The reason we drive them is because they are designed by someone with amazing artistic influence, and every item, every part you look at on a proper pre-war Bugatti, you can identify what it does, you can see its role in the car and the engine, you can see that it's beautifully made, you can see that it's beautifully finished, and the whole combination of it all put together gives you a car of wonderful quality, amazing handling, superb finish and attention to detail, where no part is redundant, but where every part is part and parcel of the car itself. So when you drive or are a passenger in a Bugatti, to me it's like no other car. The car is alive under your feet, and the car responds to you and you respond to the car. It is like experience that I don't think you get in an enormous amount of other cars. Bugatti is foremost in that, and that's really where I feel the role Bugatti and the marque Bugatti is so very special.